All right, everyone. Welcome back.
Hey, Ab.
Hi, Ann. How are you?
How are you doing? You look beautiful.
Ann, you look beautiful.
Thank you. I didn't put a lick of makeup on today for work. I was, for the first couple months starting the new job, I was like, okay, I should probably look presentable. Now I'm like, I can't. And it's the summer and I just can't be bothered.
Well, and why would you?
Why would I?
Right.
I'm nice and tan and I have freckles.
And you know what? I actually just said to my husband the other day, I go, I don't really consider myself super vain, but I looked in the mirror and I got a little bit of color this weekend and I was like, oh, I look so good.
I'm stunning. Are you kidding me? Everybody's better with the tan. And that's just facts.
That is cold hard facts. If you can't tone it, tan it.
And I just think the collective happiness of human beings in the summer is just up because you're outside. Mm-hmm. Like you say, we're houseplants.
Yep.
We're just a bunch of houseplants.
We're just a little bit of a houseplant with more complicated emotions.
It's so true.
And that's that on that. I love to sit outside like after school on a Friday afternoon. I take my Stanley and I sit in my little Adirondack chair.
Yes.
And I just, even if it's cold, I just sun myself for a couple minutes.
That's all you need.
It's good. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
It was great. Well, I'm trying to.
You were a busy bee.
I kind of was.
All over the place.
Yeah. So Saturday I went to the Free Jacks game, which is the rugby team in Quincy and rugby team that plays in Quincy.
My husband is obsessed with them.
I was waiting to see
Light the lantern.
Your husband's entire family because they're always there and there's 47,000 of them.
Yeah.
I saw his aunt.
Yes, I saw that.
Was amazing.
Incredible.
And made my day. But it's just so fun and it's so cool to see them play at the stadium because that's where, my high school played their football games. And just to picture our buddies playing defense. It's just so,
and now it's a
so
legit
wild.
Professional national rugby team.
It's crazy. People start tailgating at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's really wild.
Nuts. The stadium fills up so quickly. They always have bands. They have drinks. They have food. There's stuff for kids. There's always a bounce house.
And you know what? They're great people because I reached out to them about donating to a fundraiser. They donated to everything.
Amazing.
They're I love, because I work right around the corner from there and they're just really good.
They're
really
so involved in the community too.
Yeah.
After the games, they'll host whatever the visiting team is. So this weekend was a Canadian team and they all go out to a bar together. How
That's
cool
so
is that?
cute.
They're we're going to beat the shit out of each other for 90 minutes. Then we're going to go get a drink.
I love that.
That's the
just
dream.
some good old fashioned camaraderie.
And then I got invited on a boat on Sunday.
There's nothing better than a boat trip.
There is nothing better than being invited on a boat trip.
Yeah, it is. It is elite.
Because I just don't really have to do anything.
Whose boat? One of the BF's friends?
Yes.
Amazing.
So I was down in Cohasset with all the beautiful people. Oh, you know that
Rich kid tings.
I am sticking out like a sore thumb.
No.
It was like a 10 of a day.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was so beautiful out. The water felt so good. Everybody was in the best mood.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
That's delightful.
Yeah, it was really great. How was yours?
Mine was good. I went down the Cape.
Yes.
Which was great. I had a personal day. So I took a personal day Friday.
Hell yeah.
And we went down the Cape early Friday morning, beat the traffic.
Amazing.
It was great. So Friday we went to just our favorite bar down there. I love it there.
Yes.
And it's called the Sandbar. I talk about it all the time. It's the best bar of all time.
Do you get a mudslide there?
I do.
Yeah.
But usually only one.
Yeah,
I can only get one.
I'm not team mudslide. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't want to drink dairy in the sun.
Right. And I totally understand that. I normally will get I love a good pina colada.
Yeah.
But they don't have a pina colada there. And I get it. If you're going to make a frozen drink, just stick to one frozen drink.
Because they're such a pain in the ass to make.
Right. And I can just see every bartender roll their eyes every time somebody orders a mudslide.
1,000%. They're like, you sure you don't want a vodka soda?
Right. And it's a blessing and a curse. You have a delicious mudslide, but then everybody's going to want to order them.
Exactly.
So it's tough. So we went there Friday and I got my, I'm a 2023 season pass holder.
Check you out.
You have to be a real loyal customer to get one. So it makes me feel very good. Honestly.
I'm honestly so happy for you. And I know you went to your favorite coffee shop as well.
I did. I went to a really, really, really great coffee and pastries called Wolfie's. If you know, you know. They have a funfetti muffin and it's basically just a cupcake and it is so good.
That sounds delicious.
It is. It's fantastic. They have a very good breakfast sandwich too. Everything is great. And then we just hung out, spent some time with family. Went to Harwich. I love Harwich as a little place to shop and do things.
I was going to say, they have a little downtown,
yeah,
right?
it's really cute. And then we went to the Ocean House, which is a really fancy restaurant, but it's
So good.
Good. Oh my God.
So good.
And they just recently, like, nobody's going to care about this unless you're a Cape Cod person, but they just recently changed their reservation policy.
Yeah.
So before you could book like as far in advance as you wanted. Like people would book like a year out.
For like a July dinner or something. Yeah.
Like people would make like, oh, I make my withstanding, reservation in Memorial Day every year. But they recently changed it. And now you can only make a reservation there 1 month in advance.
I kind of like that.
Which I love it. So we were able to get last minute reservations, which was really nice because we could never, ever, ever do that before. So it was lovely. So we did that and then just kind of hung out, vibed. It was not as warm there as it was here. It was a little chilly, but it was okay.
Even a sweatshirt on the beach.
Yeah, it was fine. It's better than snow any day.
It's better than January. So I will be taking it.
Every time I am at the beach and I'm like, it's a little too cold to go in, I think to myself, it's going to be February soon.
Yes. It's so true.
It's going to be February very soon. I have to go in the ocean.
And I feel like when summer starts to roll around, now it's like officially summer, whatever, after Memorial Day weekend, there's so many things. I'm like, do I really want to go to that? Like, I'm tired. I'm like, this is your time.
Yeah, this is
your time.
In 6 months, you're going to be wishing.
Miserable. Indoors.
That you were doing this. Yeah.
I don't care. If someone asks me to play pickleball, I'll play pickleball.
I'd love to.
I've never played before.
But we'll try it.
I will. And I'll probably be good at it.
You have never played?
No.
Our gym has a pickleball court.
I saw.
We should try.
I know, it's so cute.
We should film a little vlog.
Wait, I would love that.
But you have athletic bones. I have none.
You kind of do.
I did play college lacrosse for like a hot second.
That's so funny.
Yeah, sometimes people forget.
That is so funny.
My friend Jared only ever played club hockey. Jared, if you're watching this one's for you. He only ever played club hockey in college.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love nothing more than to rub it in his face that I was a D3 college athlete and he never was.
And never.
I was an NCAA athlete. He never was.
Wow.
Feels good.
Sorry, Jared.
Sorry, Jared. But we should try it, a little pickleball.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I love it because when you go to reserve classes at our gym, there's always like, rent the pickleball court.
I know.
That is so cute.
It's so cute. I feel like I went one time to I didn't know what it meant, but I went to like gentle yoga and I was like, oh, I'll just assume this is like regular yoga, but like maybe a little slower.
Yeah.
No, I was the only person under the age of 80 there.
I was going to say, I should have told you that.
No, and guess what? They all lapped me. They all just absolutely like ate me up in the yoga studio. I was like, wow.
The women that go to that gym are superhuman.
They genuinely are.
It's unbelievable. A 5:45 class, I'm like, what?
No,
how are you doing that?
I couldn't. I went to yoga one morning before school and I was like, oh, I bet it's just going to be like me and other young girly bops, like getting ready, corporate girlies getting ready for the day. No. It was like all these older women. I was like,
they're unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And like half of them go home and they get their 3 kids ready for school or something. I'm like, excuse me?
Insane.
I teach on a Saturday at 10:15. I'm down for the count.
Right. Yeah, no.
Don't contact me for 2 hours.
Never.
I'm icing these bones.
Literally, like I'm down and out.
I'm like, I'm going to get a smoothie and I'm just going to decompress. That's what I need to do.
And they're like going to go to another class later on that day.
100%.
That's it. When I used to work at SoulCycle, people would do what's called a double and they would ride in the 45-minute class and then they'd ride right again in the next 45-minute class, like 10 minutes later.
Doing that much cardio stresses me out. Like on Fridays,
too.
There's a class called Group Fight, which is awesome. It's like doing
at our gym?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never done it. I'll have to try
So much fun. And then there's a bar class right afterwards, which I like to do both of them because I'm like a little cardio. And then bar is so hard.
You know what? I just started doing Pilates. And I haven't even I did a consult at our gym to do like reformer Pilates.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, you have like really messed up knees. And I did mess up one of my knees one time when I was in high school. So like it made sense. But I was like, oh God, like this is probably not for me. But so I started doing, but she said I could do it. She was like, you'd be fine, really.
Yeah.
She was like, you'll just like notice your natural inclination is like bend your knees inward, which whatever.
Any low impact exercise though.
Yeah, is fine. But so I started doing mat Pilates and I actually do really like it.
I need you to take a bar class with me. It is the most
I've never done it. I'm scared.
It is the most humbling experience.
I would be shaking like a leaf.
Every single class I leave and I say Navy SEALs need to take this class. It is so hard. I'm like, I ran a marathon and I'm in pretty good shape, right?
Yeah.
I go into a bar class, I shake the entire time.
No, that's why I don't think I could do it.
It's so
But you don't get like out of breath, right?
No, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's the tiniest movements of your muscles.
Yeah, no.
And I love the girl that teaches it so much. And she's like, Annie, get your leg up. I'm like, it doesn't go
You're
like that.
That's not how this works.
My hamstrings don't move that way.
See, the only good thing is I am pretty flexible.
You are flexy girl.
Yeah. But just funny because I can't do a cartwheel, can't do any of that.
See, I can do that. My bones have always just, or my muscles always just been like tight.
Yeah.
Probably because I'm stressed out.
I was just going to say, it's probably because we're just two anxious girls.
It's so fun.
Riding the wave. Well, so I didn't get to watch in real time, but I know we both did. Let's just dive right in. We have the Succession finale to talk about.
I'm still not doing well. I cannot stop just ingesting different interviews and different articles about it. That's all I did at work today.
Can't get enough content. Cannot.
And I just love the cast so much. And they're all so weird in their own way.
Yes.
Jeremy Strong that plays Kendall Roy, who you know I'm a Kenny girl.
I was just going to say.
Is just the weirdest human being. And I mean that in like a very loving way. Like he takes acting so seriously, which is amazing.
Well, he method acts.
Right.
Which is wild to me.
And like, he's just Kendall. Like he really is Kendall.
He is.
And just, everybody, which I really think it was like kind of a healthy approach to a show ending. He was like, people were asking, like, have you thought about it more? And he's like, no, because the show's over. And like, I need to close that chapter of my life and move on.
Matthew McFadden, who plays Tom Wambsgans, said the same thing. He was like, oh, do you keep in contact much with the cast? And he was like, well, no, it's like the circus. Like, after one city ends, like you just move on to the next one. He was like, I'm on to a new show and a new job and whatever. And he was like, I mean, we'll chat, but it's just not like it used to be.
What did you think of the finale?
So obviously, spoiler alerts coming if you have not watched yet.
But we're a couple days past, so I hope that people have watched.
We're a couple days past, yeah. So honestly, I thought it was best case scenario.
Same. I mean, like I wanted Kendall.
I know you did, but you have to I understood. I didn't want him to take over, and I understood why he wouldn't take over.
No, but it was.
But I also then I wanted it to be Shiv, but I knew it was never going to be Shiv.
No,
it was never. They were never going to let that happen.
No, a conservative company's going to make a woman the CEO.
Nice try.
But then people pointed out that I think her name was Sid. She was like the interim CEO.
Oh yeah.
And Jerry was like interim CEO for a hot minute too. But I just feel like Logan was never going to make one of his children CEO.
No, never.
But Kendall would have been the best because he turned into his dad.
Right.
Like he has no contact with his ex-wife, not with his kids. He has nothing.
And what I loved is that, not what I loved, but what they did is the outcome was every one of those children's worst nightmare.
Worst nightmare.
Right. But Kendall ends up with nothing.
Nothing.
He is not CEO. His dad isn't alive to see him become CEO. He basically has no relationship with his children. It's like everything that he wanted didn't happen. Shiv wanted to be CEO. Instead, she's just turning right into her mother. She's somebody's wife,
so
gonna
sad.
have a baby.
Someone pointed out, when she got into the car with Tom, they were like, this is the first time Shiv has ever been submissive in her life.
Literally ever.
And it made me so sad.
I know.
And it just is such a bummer. But it's kind of a power move in the way that she's still attached to the person in power.
Yeah.
So she's always one person removed. But it just bums me out because it's like, oh, so they're in this miserable, weird marriage, similar to Logan and her mom.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just such a bummer for that character. I mean, Roman's really the one that won because he never wanted to be in it.
Right. But all he ever wanted was to be respected.
He just wanted to make his dad proud.
Yeah. And he was a huge laughing stock. And also the only person he ever really had a connection with was Jerry. And he fucked that up.
I know. And so I was reading.
I wish they ended up together. I wish they gave us one happy thing.
I know.
We need one good ending.
And I the one thing that I did love was Tom and Greg ending up.
Yeah. Still together. Yeah.
Together in the end. But I was reading so many articles after watching the scene when Kendall is hugging Roman and he makes his stitches split. I was like, okay, is this... I thought of it in the way that Kendall is trying to make Roman look worse than he like already did. You know what I mean? Like, this guy can't be CEO.
Right.
Like, look at his face. Look at what he does when he's not being
And like
watched.
Roman was leaning into it because like the only like true love he's ever known is getting
abuse.
the shit beat out of him.
It was Jesse Armstrong that wrote this show is a fucking mastermind.
Genius.
And I want to kiss him on the mouth.
I know.
I love him.
I even went as far as to, and you're going to be like, wow, that's real deep. I went on Reddit to see what the Redditors were saying. Yes. I was like, I have to know, because you know that they had some real deep theories in there. And there was some good, I was like, wow, this is really, it was deep.
Everyone talking
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there was a lot that I was
because obviously, like, I go on Twitter right after a finale because it's like the best.
I had to avoid Twitter until I could finally watch it.
But people being like, Will is the real winner because
oh my God, it's so true.
She doesn't have to see her husband that she doesn't like.
Yep.
She gets to, produce a play in the next 8 months or whatever. She gets to redecorate Logan's house. And
with her cow print couch.
And she's filthy rich. I'm like, damn, is she the actual winner?
She's Meredith Blake of this generation.
The cow print couch killed me.
I was dying when they said that.
All the acting is, and I know you and I say this like every episode, but the acting is just so.
It is really good.
So good. And I feel like non-Succession people are like, why are you watching a show about like all terrible people? And it's like, those are the best shows.
No, I know.
Look at Breaking Bad. They're all bad people.
You don't want to root for any of them.
No, but you like do, and you like make excuses for them.
Yeah, of course.
Like literally.
My favorite little billionaires.
Like I loved rooting for Walter White, and he's actually a bad man.
Generally bad man.
I know you don't watch Barry, do you?
No, I don't.
But it's the same thing. Like the whole show, you're like rooting for Barry, and you're like, no, he's a mass murderer. And I still am like, I don't know. We got to give him a shot.
Did you read the article? I read one today that said, I think it was in Variety, that said that Jeremy Strong, in that scene at the very end when he's like looking out, Jeremy Strong wanted to jump. Yeah, he was like, I want to jump because I feel like that's what
Kendall would want.
What Kendall would do. And like he would jump into like.
Colin went and grabbed him. Like Jeremy Strong said he like flung his leg over the railing and like wanted to jump into, I don't even know what that would be.
Like the Long Island Sound or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. No, Hudson River, where Sully landed the plane.
Oh yeah, Sully Sullenberg.
I always think of that because
he's a great American hero.
I always think of Friends with Benefits when Justin Timberlake's character's like, planes basically just land themselves. And the flight attendant's like, Jared, what's his name?
Sully Sullenberger.
Sully Sullenberger. I almost said Jared Sullinger, who's a basketball player. Sully is a national hero. And she like gets so mad at him. I think about that all the time. But so Jeremy Strong said that he like flung his leg over and that Colin's character like comes and grabs him because Colin is always like protecting whoever. But another one of my favorite things that I read was the scene where the three siblings are in the kitchen and they're making the smoothie, a meal fit for a king. Was the last scene that they filmed.
I think that's so perfect.
That is so perfect. And Sarah Snook said that like everyone was crying and I'm like, oh my God, I would literally do anything.
And let's just end the show right there.
That's it.
Let's just end it right there.
Because that's why the finale was so perfect, because you finally see these siblings coming together and like are being so fun and loving towards each other. Like I saw a tweet and it was like, they're just kids making noise outside of his office. Yeah. Well, and I was like, that's so funny. I'll bawl my eyes out.
You're like, oh, my face right now. No, I literally said the same thing. And I was like, it's sad because as we were watching it, I said to my husband, it's sad because this scene is really good, which means that something really bad is coming.
They're all going to fucking hate each other in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Brutal, but
how
perfect.
About the one line, and I did not expect this out of anything, was when Roman like basically said that Kendall's kids aren't his.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, did I miss that in the show?
So no, that was like a revelation that just came out then. So apparent, like I think Kendall was like sterile of some sort, like couldn't, and I believe like, well, Sophie was like, Kendall said Sophie is Rava's, looks just like Rava. Right. And Iverson is like he called him like a filing cabinet kid, which is when you use like a sperm bank, you go through a filing cabinet of who looks like the dad. Potential donors. Yeah.
Because I once I heard that line, I was like, did they like mention that in the first couple seasons?
No, I don't think it was ever. No, but it would explain why Logan like never really
loved those kids,
and he just never cared about them.
I mean, he
never really cared about kids anyways. But.
And Brian Cox is the most just like terrifying human being.
Oh my God, so scary.
But so kind.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't, literally never ever be able to talk to him in person.
No,
So
I always think of the episode. I think he was on either Jimmy Fallon or one of the Jimmys, and he like redid the scene from Euphoria when they were in the bathroom.
Stop.
And he was like, "Do I look like I'm in fucking Oklahoma?" Oh my God, it was so funny. I legit could not stop laughing.
You are not serious people.
I think about that quote.
Thing.
Yeah.
Meanest thing I've ever heard someone say.
Yes. Yes. You are not serious people. I love you all, but you're not serious people.
And they're
harsh.
not.
They're
harsh.
Not.
Well,
they're
and it's funny because, and I think Kieran Culkin said this, the actor that plays Roman Roy, he said, none of them have skills.
No.
They're all just made up.
No, and also it makes sense that Tom ended up being the one to take over because he's the only one that worked through the whole fucking show.
The only one. Literally
he was the only one that had a job.
When they said they were showing Connor and Willa meeting Willa's parents, and they're like, "Okay, Connor, so what do you do?" And Willa goes, "Well, Connor doesn't really work." I'm like, wow, that's actually none of them do.
None of them really work.
Besides Willa, she's a playwright. Yeah. She's my girl.
She's always been a hustler. She's just been
so
working
funny.
so hard.
It's so funny, but really 10 out of 10. I can't wait to rewatch the show.
I've never,
me
too, from the beginning. I've never related more. Like I am in every aspect a Roman Roy. I am Roman Roy to my core.
You are a Roman Roy.
I'm such a Roman Roy. It's painful, honestly.
But it's great. Well, but you like...
I'm a Roman Roy sans like being physically abused.
Yeah, because like, that's not...
Yeah.
That's not like what you enjoy from love and what you interpret as love.
No, but like I'm just a baby.
You're just such a little baby.
Just like me and Roman Roy.
It's funny because...
Wait, did you see the thing where he was wearing
the Walmart
shirt? His Walmart
so
t-shirt
funny.
was like $13. They do like Succession fashion.
The little boy section.
Yeah.
It's iconic. Are you kidding me?
I love that they did that. It's so good.
And I love Kieran Culkin so much, and I cannot wait to. I want all of them to have so much success in their lives, but it's funny that they like don't need to.
I know. If he doesn't win an Emmy,
he's going to
for that scene.
He's going to.
He better, because that was one of the best.
His acting was. Everybody's. That's what's so hard. They're going to win as an ensemble cast, anyways. Maybe Ted Lasso.
I know. We have to see what happens tonight.
But I mean, each of them should win in their respective categories. But it's funny because Jeremy Strong is obviously like just such an incredible actor. But Kieran Culkin this season
was so good.
Was just super.
Will they be competing against each other?
I think so because
because it's like when Brett Goldstein and Jason Sudeikis go up against each other.
I think because Kieran Culkin used to be Best Supporting Actor and Jeremy Strong was always Best Lead Actor. Yeah. And I think Kieran Culkin probably moved up to Lead Actor.
Lead Actor, now they'll both be.
But give it to them both.
Double, like in Mean Girls, let everybody win. Break up the crown, you get a piece.
It's all just plastic.
So true.
Iconic. That's the most iconic scene.
Everything from Mean Girls, like it just holds like...
It holds up so well,
It really
too.
does.
2004, that movie came out.
Wait, really?
Yeah, actually, can you do a little fact check on me? I said that really confidently.
It was really confident.
Like, shit, I really hope
I
that's
actually
true.
think about, every time I watch Mean Girls, I think of you because at the very end when they're playing God is a DJ, that used to be your AIM bio. God is a DJ, life is a dance floor.
Love is the rhythm and you are the music.
So true.
Honestly, Pink only makes bangers.
You know what? I was just talking to my friend Kevin about this past weekend. You were right, 2004. Good job.
Thank you. It's the year that Kelly Clarkson came out with Breakaway.
How did I know that this was somehow going to relate?
2004 was
Kelly Clarkson.
2004 was my year. The Red Sox won the World Series. Kelly Clarkson comes out with Breakaway and Mean Girls comes out.
It was the last year that we've known peace.
I was 10 years old. Are you kidding me? I was the happiest little gal in the entire world.
So true.
And it's been downhill ever since.
That was the peak. That was it.
Truly. But Pink, I just need to go on a little rant about Miss Alicia Moore because Pink is so good live.
She is.
Her
really
voice while she's doing acrobat. Oh, let me just go off course really quick. Because somebody tweeted, it's J-Lo is doing choreography. I don't know if it was at like a show or something.
Yes.
And they were like, J-Lo's 51 and doing choreography that like Beyonce can't do, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
J-Lo's not singing.
I was just going to say, if I didn't have to sing, I could do it too.
Yeah, and Beyonce's singing and doing all of that at the same time without missing a note. So please continue to move on. So
I saw J-Lo live once at, I want to say it was like a Kiss concert, like something like that. I think, no. So when I think I was either a senior in high school or going into college, something. I won tickets somehow to Kiss concert. And it was J-Lo and I want to say like Little Mix, maybe. I don't know. And
Oh my
J-Lo
God,
was good, but I was like, she's very clearly not singing.
No, she's lip syncing. My
Yeah.
favorite theory is
like
that
headcanon, is go ahead.
that Ashanti sings all of her songs.
Yeah, I believe it.
I 1,000% believe it.
Me too.
What was I just going to say?
Something about J-Lo and Beyonce.
I can't
Something about Pink.
Oh, Pink is so slept on as an artist. I don't understand it. I really don't. She's so good.
I know.
Her shows are incredible. We got to sit in a suite for her show at the Garden, and she literally was doing what is it called
Like,
when you're up in the air?
Not acrobatics, but like
what the hell is it called? I can't.
I want to say aerobics, but it's not.
It's like Cirque
du
Soleil.
Like Cirque du Soleil.
I can't think of what it's called, but
Justin, what's it called? You know,
The
trapeze.
Trapeze
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
She does. Yeah.
She did it.
Trapinzia.
The Tappan Zee Bridge in New York City. She did it from the stage. She literally swung to the suite that we were at. I was like, how is this girl doing this?
No.
Also one of the best behind the musics of all time.
You know what? I haven't seen it. Really?
They need to put them out somewhere. If anybody
They really
knows,
do.
VH1 created the best television of all time in the time span of like 10 years.
I agree with you.
They had behind the
I
music.
used to watch it all the time.
Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, Tequila, Double Shot of Love.
Tequila.
I know she's like not a good person now, but
Oh,
that's
really?
like, yeah, she like got really, really weird. I think she said she was like abducted by an alien or something.
Well, best of luck to her.
But a great reality TV star. And then there was Double Shot of Love with the Icky Twins. Do you remember that one?
No.
They were bisexual, so they did.
Oh wait, yeah. I do
They
remember
did 25 men and 25 women, and they
Yes.
fell in love with the same girl at the end.
What?
Iconic.
I don't remember that part.
You can't make that now.
I was just gonna say, like, what are the Bachelor producers doing to ensure something as good TV as that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Except for the
Nothing.
old people one, but
Yeah, the old people one's gonna be good. And I didn't watch last season, but I feel like, and I don't know the girl's name, so I feel bad, but I feel like people really liked her.
okay.
So that's good. That at least
We got so far. We lost the plot.
we did. We sure did.
We lost the plot
Well,
of The
and
Bachelor and The Bachelorette somewhere along the way.
And I know whatever, relationships happen, people break up, but none of them are real anymore.
No.
Like none of them
None
are.
of them. When's the last couple that made it? Like Lauren and Ari,
Jojo and Jordan,
JoJo and Jordan.
who are so fucking beautiful
They are,
together.
yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
me sick to my stomach.
I know.
Like Becca and Thomas, but they
Yeah.
met on Bachelor in Paradise, like literally by accident.
Right.
They were like, oopsies.
I know.
And now they're having a baby.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
So cute.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, but reality TV, and it's just hard because reality TV stars didn't used to be famous. And now that
Right.
they're famous, it's just,
Right.
it's all over but the crying. Oh, Pump Rules reunions on
It's
tonight,
on tonight.
too.
Yeah, that'll be good.
God.
I feel like this is what sucks though is it's feast or famine with television. Like
Really?
we've had so much TV in the last couple weeks, and now all of a sudden, boom, done. It's
All
over.
done. It's all
and
done.
we're gonna
done.
watch fucking nothing all summer.
Succession, Barry, Ted Lasso, all wrapped.
So let's talk Ted Lasso for a minute because we're both gonna go home. Well,
Watch it.
actually, Justin, I forgot to ask you. Do you watch Succession? Do you have anything to add?
I don't know, but you guys are really making it sound good. Everybody's talking about it.
you should
watch it,
It's one
honestly.
of those shows I just have to.
I know it's annoying when people are like, you have to watch it,
You
you have to watch it, but you have to watch it.
It
I
is,
think-
yeah.
Yeah, I probably will.
That's the only reason I started watching is because I had FOMO.
It's
I
good.
love going on Twitter and being able to talk about TV. Like
That's That's why Thrones was the best.
I
because
was just gonna say that.
everyone was
You just had to be there.
you had to be there. And like I remember one of our buddies, we did who was gonna kill the Night King.
Yeah.
And we did a legit
A pool.
a pool.
Yeah.
And I remember filling it out at the Fowler House.
Yeah.
And I said Arya Stark. So where's my money? Run me my money.
There you go. I think I chose like an underdog. I don't remember who I picked.
I always knew it was gonna be my girl Arya.
I know.
Because Maisie Williams is that bitch.
I know, but I just can't believe stupid, lame, loser Bran became the king.
I know.
Like, what's good with that? Yeah, boo.
But they're coming out with a Jon Snow series.
Okay, I'd watch that. Did you watch House of the Dragon?
So good.
Is it?
It's so good.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it.
Oh my God, you're gonna love.
Well, now that like there's nothing going to be left on TV.
Well, and with the writer's strike, nothing's
coming.
Euphoria already got pushed back to like 2025.
Right.
And they're not gonna do it because
They're gonna be old.
Zendaya is gonna be in literally 15 movies by then.
Right.
And they're supposed to play high schoolers. They're gonna be old.
Well, I had heard that they were going to jump forward 5 years anyways, just
Oh.
because of the time because of the time jump. Because
it takes
they were
them
like
a month to film every episode. I'm like,
It's
can we
crazy.
speed it up?
It's insane. I mean,
Sam
the production
Levinson.
value is crazy, but
Oh, I was going to talk about this last week. The new show, The Idol, that Sam Levinson also created.
yes.
Got a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the one with The Weeknd and
Is it on
Lily Rose
HBO
Depp.
Max?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if it came out yet.
Okay.
Or if that was just like for critics.
I'll have to hate watch.
But
But there was some big issue with it. It was controversial.
Well, there's like a lot of really graphic sex
Oh,
scenes.
okay.
So I think so Lily Rose Depp plays the like pop star.
Yeah.
And someone was saying that I think they're kind of trying to say like she gets her fame from a sex tape, but it's like her with a bunch of semen on her face.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, that just feels
Ew.
wildly unnecessary.
Right. It's like, why would you put that on television?
It's again, I know HBO always pushes the boundaries, but like there's a way to do it.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Makes me
Like,
sick.
yeah. And this is The Weeknd's like first big TV role. And
Right. Yeah, I heard that he like really bombed it.
and he's like, he's been pushing it hard.
Yeah. Well, he said he's like taking a step back from music.
Yeah, he's now able. Like I think legally changed his name back.
Okay, Seal. You better arrest, dude.
Stop.
Like,
I'm dying.
what are you, Prince? I can't.
I'm dying.
Oh my God.
Okay, Seal.
Like, well,
when's the last time you heard Seal's name?
anytime you mention somebody with one name.
What was his song? The really popular one. He's
Oh, I
only
don't-
got
I didn't
one.
even know Seal sang. I thought he was just Seal.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, let me
I almost said every rose has
No,
a
but I
thorn.
think-
No, but is Thorn in the name? Of
Thorn.
it?
It has to be for
I think it is.
Miss
I
Heidi
was thinking
Klum,
that
right?
too.
That's who he was married to.
Kiss
right?
from a Rose.
Kiss from a Rose.
Okay.
Very
That's
close.
it.
You guys were both close. Seal.
Oh my god!
Wow.
A big shout out to Seal.
Seal is a good looking man.
He is. Wasn't he married to Heidi Klum?
I think they still are.
No, they got divorced a long time
Really?
ago.
Our Seal.
And Heidi Klum. Wait, remember when Heidi Klum showed up as a worm on the red carpet? That was weird. Why'd you do that?
No.
You don't?
No.
Abby, what? I need to look up a picture now. It was crazy.
What?
Yes.
Oh, they did get divorced.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Heidi Klum worm. I can't.
Heidi Klum worm.
Look, this is how she showed up.
Can we, Justin, can you,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you,
Like, can you zoom in on that bad boy? I can't believe you don't remember that.
No.
She literally showed up like that on
And
a red
I'm
carpet.
like, I'm perpetually online and
That's
I
what I
didn't see
mean.
that.
Wow.
That's the quote from In Succession when Kendall was like, "You're too online." Like when he said that to Rava, I was like, oh, she's just like me for real.
Bad tweet, bad tweet, bad tweet. My favorite.
Literally.
Bad tweet, bad tweet.
Bad tweet. Oh man. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the Roy children.
Me too, so much. I'll just have to go back and rewatch, which
Totally.
is kind of my favorite thing
I've been
to
doing
do
a
anyways.
Scandal rewatch.
I loved that show.
Loved.
I love Carrie
But
Washington.
I'm watching, me too, but I'm watching it back. And I was always team Fitzlivia. Like
Yeah.
I was always dead. Sorry, that was my phone.
No, it's okay.
I was always dead set that they were going to end up together. But now that I'm watching it back, I'm only in like the middle of season 2. Fitz is, and pardon my language, such a pussy. Like everything he does, I'm like, you are a loser.
Loser.
And I was always team Fitz, but watching back, I'm like, what are you doing? You are running the country and just like out here being so whipped by this woman who doesn't give a fuck about you. And you're
Literally.
while trying to run the country, you're an idiot.
Idiot.
He's an idiot.
That's a good rewatch though.
Oh, it's great.
And Carrie Washington.
Because you
is
don't have to
just-
watch like every day. You can just kind of like pick an episode here and there.
And great cast.
Fantastic.
The woman
cast.
that plays the first lady.
Melly Grant.
What is the actress's name?
Bellamy something.
She is Bellamy Young.
I think it is
She
Bellamy
is
Young.
So good.
Bellamy Young, yeah.
It's like the
She's
actress
great.
that played.
You hate her so much because she's so good.
It's like the actress that played Skylar White.
Yes.
Like how brutal to be that actress and be like, you all hate me, even
Right.
though the guy I was married to on television was a literal
legitimate-
meth dealer and a murderer.
And you guys are mad at me?
You're mad at me? I'm trying to raise some kids here.
Literally.
Crazy.
That is so true. Great point. Great point, Anne.
Wow. Now maybe Scandal will be my summer show.
You know what? I finished before Scandal. The reason that I picked Scandal is because my husband and I watched from the beginning. Every winter we try to pick something that we
Yeah.
can watch from the beginning that like will really cure the
blues.
The blues.
Sure.
And just something we can sit down every night and watch an episode or two. And this winter we watched The West Wing. Have you ever seen it?
No, but that's so funny. He is such a West Wing boy
He had
to
already
me.
seen most of it.
Of course he has.
Of course he had.
It's like, this is my favorite show.
But it is, and I don't like, I did not go gently. Like I was not willing to watch this show because I knew that it was not my forte. But it's really good.
It's Martin Sheen, right?
It's Martin Sheen, who I love.
Love so much.
And he's such a good actor. Rob Lowe,
there is no one I love like Rob Lowe.
Listen, Rob Lowe, every year with my students, I get to watch The Outsiders. And seeing Rob Lowe in The Outsiders
he's so beautiful.
It's one of my favorite things of all time.
And like, I love that he's still so cool and like sober and talks about like, his crazy life and his like boys with his sons. Like he's just so fucking cool.
Totally.
Love,
the roast of Rob Lowe
love.
is one of my favorite roasts of all. It's so
I was just
funny.
watching.
I think he's the one where they had Ann Coulter on, right?
Oh my God.
And Pete Davidson comes on and goes, Ann Coulter, if you're here, who's scaring the crows away from our crops? It is so funny. Oh my God.
I miss Pete Davidson. I hope he's doing well.
No, and then Nikki Glazer comes on and she's like, Ann Coulter's here. And, she's wrote 5 books, 6 if you include Mein Kampf.
I watched a clip.
All those Comedy Central roasts are so good.
I watched a clip of the Bill Hader roast. It was like on TikTok or something. And Jonah Hill was like, everybody gave my friend Bill shit for leaving SNL. You know what the first thing he's saying? He's never going to get work again. The first thing he booked a T-Mobile commercial. Take that, Lorne Michaels. I was dying. And Bill Hader, watching Bill Hader laugh will cure any ailment I have. When I have a bad day, I literally search Bill Hader breaking character compilations.
It's so good.
Nothing better.
There is nothing better.
Like he was so good on SNL, obviously, but objectively bad because he laughed
all the time. Speaking of, 2 things about that. Number 1, Bill Hader cured my anxiety. And I'm being so serious when I say this. Have you ever seen the video? If you've never seen it, and speaking of Mental Health Awareness Month, I mean, we weren't speaking of it, but we spoke of it last time. The Bill Hader has this video, and I think he's talking in an interview something about his own anxiety.
Yeah.
And he talks about how he's had anxiety since he was a kid and he'd always had it. And he had to stop thinking of it as, a bad thing. And he was like, I had to just think of it as I was putting my anxiety was like a backpack.
Yeah.
I had to put it on every day. It had to come with me everywhere I went. And, maybe I could take it off for a little while. He was like, but at the end of the day, like my backpack was right there. And it's like, you have to learn how to live with it. It changed my life. I think about it all the time.
I love that.
It's so good. I'll have to find it and I'll post it because it's a really great clip.
JoJo did JoJo the singer, not JoJo Siwa, Joanna Levesque from Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Of course.
Local
legend.
I hate when people are like, JoJo Siwa. I'm like, no.
Who?
What the fuck? JoJo Siwa. Why would I be talking about JoJo Siwa?
That's what I think about.
Stupid.
Stupid pose.
But JoJo said something similar. She named her anxiety Berlinda. And one of her songs on her most recent album is called Berlinda's Theme. It's so good.
Really?
Like one of the lyrics is like, you always show up when it's inconvenient. Like, and it's so perfect the way she's like literally singing to her anxiety.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And it's just,
I love shit like that.
But Berlinda is so funny because it's just such like a bitchy name. Like, fucking Berlinda.
That bitch.
I'm gonna deal with you again.
Yeah, that's so true. I'll have to listen to it. I've never heard it.
So good.
I just read, speaking of Bill Hader and SNL, I just read a fantastic book.
Yes.
So good. It's called Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld.
Okay.
And it's about this woman, and she is a writer on this late night show called TNO, which is basically SNL.
Got it.
And it was so good. And Curtis Sittenfeld, the author, said that she read a bunch of former SNL cast members' books to get the inspiration for writing it, and about what the writer's room was like, what it was like on SNL, what Lorne was like, everything. And I've read a couple of those books. Like Colin Jost's is one of my favorite books of all time. It gives you so much behind the scenes tea.
That's how I felt about Tina Fey's.
Me too. Tina Fey's,
Bossy
Amy
Pants,
Poehler's,
like literally is one of my favorite.
They're all so good.
Books.
And I love listening to those on audiobook because it's like listening to a really long podcast.
It's the best.
With them. I love it. And one of them told in you know Jenny Slate, obviously, she was Mona Lisa in Parks and Rec.
Yes.
And she's Marcel the Shell.
Okay, yes.
So she was on SNL. And she's one of the only people to ever get fired from SNL. She got fired from SNL because she swore on a live episode.
Oh shit.
Yes. She's one of the only people to ever do it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And I guess she was just so in the moment, and it was some skit or whatever, and it was really funny, but she turned and she was like, I fucking love you, dude, to like the person that she was in the skit with. And she talked about it. Then after I had heard about it, because I didn't know that,
No.
I went and I watched, it was an interview with her or something, and she was like, I totally understood why Lauren had to do it. There's no hard feelings there. I would have done the exact same thing.
Oh my God, I've never heard that before.
Yeah. And she never, I mean, it clearly didn't impact her. I mean, imagine what she could be if she stayed on SNL, but she's not hurting. But she's a local girl too. She's from Milton.
She is?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God.
Let me look it up.
Wow, I'm learning so much about her. Wow, I would be so scared to disappoint Lauren Michaels.
I imagine. Yeah, she's from Milton, Massachusetts.
Oh, good for her.
Little Milton girl. I would be so terrified to disappoint him.
So terrified. It's like disappointing Brian Cox.
So true.
And Brian Cox, it's just Brian Cox's character on a television show. Lauren Michaels is a real man.
person.
Like I picture Pete Davidson and Lauren Michaels having a conversation. It cracks me up.
No,
every
it's
time.
so funny. I would love to. Have you ever been to a live taping of SNL?
No, but we got to go
go.
to. I would love to. I got to go to SNL Studios
That's
on my
cool.
8th grade field trip.
Oh my God.
And it was awesome. The stage is so small.
I can't even
It's
imagine.
insane what they do, what they can make it look like on
Yeah.
TV.
I
It's
know we hate
insane.
New York and we never want to go back, but we should go just for
I would.
one taping
would.
of SNL.
I would, because New York has like the coolest events. Like
does.
Broadway is fucking awesome.
Broadway is
MSG
awesome.
was great.
MSG was so cool.
Like,
I get the hype now. I
The
really
fact
do.
that we were in the nosebleed, not nosebleeds, I shouldn't say
But we
that,
were
but
like
yeah.
one section. Yeah.
And
Not the high. We were like the 200s.
I felt like we could see
I saw everything. I totally agree with you.
It was awesome.
It was a great venue, and honestly, much easier to get in and out of than I thought it was going to be.
1,000%.
Everything else about New York sucks,
Boo.
So bad.
Ooh.
Boo. But that part, the MSG was really cool.
Yeah. Okay. I will go back to New York City for a live taping.
Okay, fine. So let's talk Ted Lasso theories, because tonight. I mean, it technically came out at midnight, but Annie and I were just saying they totally screwed us because they usually release the episodes at 9:00 Tuesday night.
I know. I was so
and
excited to watch
instead,
it.
they pushed it back to midnight so nobody could
So
watch until
rude.
today. And now it's like all the British people are already probably spoiling it all over the
I know.
internet.
I was on Twitter and I was like trying to look with one eye because I was like, please don't ruin this for me.
No, because I saw stupid Succession spoilers, like,
Oh,
and I was like,
that's brutal.
none of you went out and enjoyed your long weekend.
I know. It's
Losers.
like the first thing I watched. Well, it's funny. So we got back from the boat late Sunday and I was like, should we try to watch it?
I
And
said the same thing. We got home like 9:45.
we watched like maybe 30 minutes and I was like, I'm falling asleep.
Same.
Because I'd been in the sun all day. So we watched literally like 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And I was like, we were both just silent after watching it. And we were like, what the fuck just happened?
I said the same thing.
But for Ted Lasso, I know it's going to be a happy ending.
Me too.
And that's why I'm excited to watch the finale. Because unlike Succession, I don't feel angst. I feel excitement
Me
because
too.
I know everyone's going to, there's going to be such a nice little bow wrapped around
Yeah.
each story.
I agree with you.
And I'm really, really excited. I said this last week. I think Ted's going to go back to America. And I think you might have said it, maybe reconnect with his ex-wife.
I would love that. Because I think, well, at the end of the episode when she came with the boyfriend, like she kind of looked back at Ted and you could kind of tell that she was like,
Fuck, I made a huge
what did
mistake.
I do? What
Yeah.
did I do?
I mean, to her credit, like it's not
He
easy.
left,
Yeah,
right.
he left. So that might happen, but I think he's going home to be with his son. And I think that's great. I think Nate will become the coach. Maybe, and Beard will stay. Like
Yeah.
Nate, Beard, and Roy will stay. Were you saying that maybe Jamie would retire? But I feel like Jamie's got more
I think
seasons left.
I didn't say that, but I do think he has more game in him. But I wouldn't be surprised if for the sake of whatever, maybe he did. No, I bet he would. I bet he'd keep playing.
And I would love to see Keely and Roy.
Right, but what
Maybe
was
like
up? So we
Shotgun
thought
Wedding.
we thought that they were back together, and then in this past episode, all they were like, "Well, we're just friends," and I was like, "How dare you?
I know.
Give me this false hope." I was so
Well,
upset, but I do think they'll end up together.
They will. And even Roy was like, I want to be more than friends. But then, they were in Jamie's childhood bedroom and like
Yeah.
things were happening.
I texted you because it was that episode, and I texted Annie, and I said, "You have to watch this episode immediately." It was one of the best episodes of television I've ever seen.
The only thing that really, really weirded me out was Jamie and his mom.
Oh, I know, but I think they had talked about that at one point before in the show.
I mean, it adds depth to his character that
it
he
just makes sense. He's such a mama's boy.
and has like just parental issues on both sides.
Right.
But like, I don't know. Like, I didn't like that she was like
She
my
called
little
him a sexy baby.
My little sexy baby. It's back to the fucking Taylor Swift.
So everybody's a sexy baby.
I cannot. Their relationship made me feel yucky. I didn't like it.
No, I get it. I totally understand you.
But
everything else besides that, there was just so many. So then I read something, another thing I had to go to Reddit for because I was like, I have to see what they're saying. But everybody was saying that the whole episode was an allusion to The Wizard of Oz. And Ted is Dorothy.
Okay.
So he's going back to Kansas. And the scene when Roy and Keely and Jamie were walking through the tunnel together
is like the Scarecrow.
Is like the Scarecrow, the Tin Man. Like Jamie's doesn't have a brain. Roy has no courage. Like it was so. And then I started thinking about it, and I couldn't stop.
Wow.
And then the real kicker is the episode ended with the song Home from The Wiz.
Oh.
When I think of home, I think of a place. It's from The Wiz, which is a musical, obviously. And that was the song at the very end of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Reddit people are so cool.
They're so much smarter than I ever will be.
How do you even think of that stuff?
Like, I think I'm good because I was an English major and I can analyze pretty closely.
Yeah. And
then I read that stuff
and
I'm like, damn.
I know.
Wasn't even close.
No. But I would, I just like that these characters are together.
Me too.
They're having fun.
I just love them. I love watching these people on my television.
I'm really excited for the finale, though. I think the writing in the show is just...
Me too. And they've left it open that there could be a spinoff.
Which is great.
Which would be fantastic.
I don't know if I sent you this. So they went to all of the cast and said, who do you want to see a spinoff of? And Danny Rojas said Phoebe. And I thought that was the sweetest answer.
I would love to see a Phoebe spinoff.
Like her coming up as a female soccer player and dealing with like, even if it was like 20 years and she owned a team or something. I don't know. I would love that. And I love Danny Rojas.
One of my favorite scenes, episodes, anything of Ted Lasso ever is the one when Phoebe has the bad breath. Stop. That is one of the funniest episodes of TV of all time. It kills me.
That and when like Beard's Night Out.
Oh, yep, that's a good one too.
It's just so good.
It is. It's so good.
You just know that cast shows up to work and they're like, we're going to have so much fun.
Yes. The polar opposite of the Succession people.
Truly.
Which is wild.
Kieran Culkin shows up. Jeremy Strong's like punching him in the face. He's like, all right, let's do this
today.
That sounds good. But I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, me too. Do you watch Ted Lasso, Justin?
I don't know.
Come on, dude. What do you watch?
I know. Do you even watch television?
Well, he did get caught up with Vanderpump Rules.
I did. I got caught up on Vanderpump Rules, and then I watched the part 1 of Real Housewives New Jersey. Reunion.
Wow. Oh, what did you think of that?
I think Teresa is like one of the most insufferable people I've ever come across. Like, I've never seen
nobody tell Mike. Mike's gonna come for you.
I've never seen someone who like nothing is ever her fault. She twists everything. It's crazy. Like that woman does not know the words "I'm sorry." I'm like
she's never
said "I'm sorry" to anybody. Even when people apologize to her, she can't. Like it's crazy.
Hot takes over here. I mean, and not really hot takes.
But Andy Cohen is the man. He's so funny. Watching him like handle all of them, it's like.
Well, I was watching the Summer House reunion was on Monday. Do you watch Summer House, Justin?
I don't know.
Come on, get on the train with that.
I saw like a bunch of stuff on Twitter, and I was trying to piece it together from what you and Mike had said about Lindsay.
Mike and I are very much team Paige. We always have been. We always will be. But it partially makes me wonder if I'm aligning myself if I'm backing the right horse because Mike is such a Teresa stan that I'm like, oh God. Like,
do you have bad judge of character?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh God, maybe I'm picking the wrong horse here.
He's like, I love Raquel.
Mike, we know you would never, Mike.
You would never.
You would never because you have a brain.
That wench.
That absolute buffoonery. But so on Summer House, the Andy Cohen got dragged into the middle of a fight because Paige was saying that apparently at BravoCon, somebody had to yell at Lindsay because she was being so awful to the BravoCon staff. And Paige was like, Andy had to speak to you. And Lindsay was like, that's not true. Is it, Andy? And then Mike went back actually on the Bravo Bottoms and found an old clip. And it was about BravoCon. And Amanda and Kyle brought it up to Andy. And Andy was like, I plead the fifth. I have nothing to say about that. So apparently Lindsay threw a shoe at one of the Bravo Summer House producers.
What the hell?
And Andy had to tell her, like, you need to reel it in.
What's wrong with people?
She's the worst. I can't stand her.
What is wrong with people?
I don't understand.
You
how
make me
people
want to
like
watch
her.
that show.
It's honestly, I hadn't watched it before Mike and I started filming. He was like, "You have to watch Summer House. It's a hard line for me. You have to know." And so I went back and I started watching it, and it's a quick and easy.
Okay.
I mean, you can jump right in.
It's
honestly,
like me
and you'll be
with
fine.
Love Island because I like.
This is my year. We have to. I'm watching this year.
Okay.
We have to do it.
It's Love Island UK, right?
Yes. Do you know anything about this?
Is that David Spade?
David
Wait,
Spade.
Doesn't David Spade host?
I think he does Bachelor in Paradise.
He hosted
Bachelor in Paradise.
had-
is that what it is?
But there was a season of Bachelor in Paradise where they had like 3 celebrity judge. It was so weird.
Maybe that's what
it was. So
Okay.
weird. And
I
David,
know what Love Island is. I'm not like caught up on it though.
So the new series starts, but this is a crazy question. How do I watch it?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
Can somebody please tell us? Like, I really want to watch it because I feel left out.
Right.
And everybody's always tweeting about it. And I love you. We just said we love watching TV where we can talk about it. So somebody please tell us how we can do this. Love Island. Okay.
Hulu. Do you guys have Hulu?
Yeah, but isn't it UK? You can still watch it on there?
Probably. They probably make it available in America.
Hold on.
Or if you got a
VPN.
A VPN, yeah.
Yeah. So if
I'm
we have
not
any,
a tech girly, but I can ask.
we have
Mike.
any British
Love Island UK is available to watch free in the UK. It's Sunday through Friday.
No, Abby, that's way too much.
No, but it's in the summer. There's nothing else to watch.
Are they hour episodes? That's correct. That's 5 hours of television.
But that's why it's so good is because they edit it. It's basically like a 1-day
Another
turnaround
bombshell
time.
enters
The
the
villa.
villa. I
It's-
love that.
I've watched it, but I've never watched it in real time. But Love Island UK streaming online for Hulu.
Okay. I have Hulu. I can make that work.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it.
Okay. Okay, I will.
Okay.
I will commit that to you.
Thank
That's
God.
a lot of
It
television.
is. It's a lot of television, but think of we're gonna have so much to talk about, and there's
I
gonna
know.
be so many great tweets.
So true. Well, that was me. I watched so much Selling Sunset because Selling Sunset is
I know I keep seeing it everywhere. I have to watch.
Selling Sunset is so bad that it's
That it's
good.
good.
Like you could type a 5-page paper and watch Selling Sunset and not miss a fucking beat.
But so I have to ask you.
Yeah.
So I hated Christine more than anything.
She's
She
the
was
worst.
the worst. And Mike was all like this. Mike, he loved her. He was like,
Yeah, but he
she's
loves-
the villain. She's the villain.
He
does
loves a
love him.
villain.
He loves a villain. And so I have to is it still?
She's not on it anymore.
No, I know, but is it still good? Like, is there still somebody to hate?
Yes.
Okay.
This season was way more drama than
Okay.
any season before because it was all just Christine being a bully.
Right.
There's so much because now that Chriselle and Jason aren't together and Chriselle is happy in her new relationship with G-Flip.
And now they're married.
crazy. And Jason's dating, of course, a 24-year-old who's like a supermodel.
King, as he should.
And he goes away. He takes a vacation for 3 weeks and has Mary like managing everything.
Oh.
It's
And the girls are pissed.
the girls are I feel bad for Mary because I think Mary's really good at her job and I think she's so kind. She just can't handle conflict.
No, she's
Like-
awful at conflict.
She runs away.
I'm like, me too, Mary.
She runs away. She does not run into the fire. She's like, see you later. You people deal with it. I'm out, which you like kind of can't do as a boss.
Right.
Fortunately. It was good. And I think you should watch it because they're
Okay.
just even for like to see the houses. That's
Okay.
really, that was like always my favorite part.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
I'm
is
like,
the best part.
where do they come
Is
from?
Davina still on?
Like barely.
Okay, good.
I miss Maya. Maya was my girlie.
Oh, I always liked Maya.
because Maya just didn't give a shit about what any of them
No.
said.
No, she didn't.
And
care.
she always wore like the most normal stuff where like everyone else came in legit like wet seal outfits.
Yes. Maya was pregnant is that why she wasn't?
So they like kind of touch on this at Heather's baby shower. I think she may have lost that baby.
Yes, I think she did.
but she's pregnant
Oh, good.
again.
Okay.
So, but she had moved back to Miami with her
With her husband, yeah.
because she was like, I have
You
like
have kids
babies
now,
and
yeah.
I'm not really
Right.
trying to chill and on Sunset Boulevard
Right.
and like sell $1 gajillion homes.
Yeah,
I can
for
do that
sure.
in Miami.
Right,
'Cause
exactly.
Miami has that too.
Miami
you know?
should have that show. They should have the same
I know. Well, they filmed that other season. They filmed like Selling Sunset
Oh, yeah.
OC.
with Mauricio from Real Housewives.
And what was the girl's name? It was the guy that was married to Brittany Snow. Do you remember this? A tall, like brunette guy.
I miss Brittany Snow every day.
Same. Did you ever watch American Dreams?
What is that? Is that a Britney Snow
my
movie?
God. It was a television show. It was like based in like the American Bandstand era. And it's with Britney Snow. It's
I love Britney
so
Snow.
good. Britney Snow's so young in it. I really think you would love that show. I don't know how you would find it, but that was a show that we used to get on Netflix DVDs.
Netflix DVDs. People forget about that.
I would love to get a Netflix DVD in the mail.
I
and
think
just pop it
with
on
this,
in.
with all this stupid Netflix shit where they're raising the price and doing all this and whatever, bring back the DVDs.
Bring
Let's
'em
go back to Blockbuster.
Bring them back.
Let's do it.
Why are you charging people to share passwords when literally no
stupid.
streaming platforms do it?
Right. And also
And your
nobody else
content's
cares.
not that great.
I was just going to say,
it's
there's
not better than
nothing-
HBO.
There's nothing that would keep me there.
No.
Except for, and I don't know if you've seen this, and if you have, you're going to be like, okay. What's it called? Hold on. Oh my God.
I'm dying. Who's in it?
Oh, Never Have I Ever.
Oh,
With Devi Vishwakumar. The only other person I know that watches it is Casey Bertucci.
is Never Have I Ever also done by Mindy Kaling?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so
And she only makes
good. And she's, you
great
know what?
television.
The final season is about to come out. And that's the only thing that could keep me on
Netflix.
that Netflix. And when that's over, I really don't care.
Okay, good. So Netflix, if you're watching
Wait,
this.
you have to, Annie, you have to watch it.
Okay.
It is it's like a teen show, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. It's about this poor girl. Her name's Davy, and everything in her whole life, it's just goes so wrong. And she's so awkward.
I love it.
And it's so funny. Me and Casey Bertucci laugh about it all the time because it is
Okay, I'll watch.
hysterical.
Rob and I started watching Primo, which is
I heard it was good.
the author. He loves Shea Serrano.
Yeah.
It's basically about his life. So he moves in and he has like, I don't even know how many uncles. There's like 6 or 7 of
Yeah.
them. It's so funny.
What's the one that everybody's talking about with Pete Davidson?
Oh, my God, why can't I think of the name?
Oh, Bupkis.
Yes, but I wanted to watch it because I love Pete Davidson so much, but King of Staten Island, the movie that he did was
Yeah.
so good. And I feel like it's just the show
same thing,
version
yeah.
of that movie.
Yeah, and this is Joe Pesci, Edie Falco.
Oh yeah. Edie Falco plays his mom.
I
Love.
Edie Falco.
I would do anything for Edie Falco.
On my HBO Max. Because I'm the bad. You have to understand, I have had such a glow up in my family. I was underdog. Everybody did everything for me. And in the last 5 years, I'm the backbone of this family.
You are. You're top dog.
I am.
You're top of the pyramid.
Thank you.
Abby Lee Miller would agree.
Thank you. I pay for YouTube TV.
Yep.
For me, my mom, and my sister. I pay for YouTube. I pay for the YouTube TV. I pay for Spotify every month.
Wow.
$15.99 for a family plan.
Wow. That's kind of you.
Thank you. It's everybody's Christmas present every year.
So smart.
I pay for the Netflix. I pay for HBO Go. I pay for Hulu. I pay for it all. I do it all.
Wow.
I'm the backbone of this family.
You really are.
And I'm telling you, Netflix, if you try to do this to me, I will cancel.
Yes.
I will.
1,000%.
It's not worth it. I have
And
everything
people
else.
will. Think about how much content is on Disney Plus or HBO Max.
Exactly.
There's so much.
Which my point was, speaking of HBO Max, my picture when I log in is Carmela Soprano. That is my
Well, of course.
my picture for when I log in.
Whomst else would it be?
Oh, of course. And anytime I get my nails done, I think of the one when she's like, "You are not to play Mario Kart. No TV for 2 weeks."
I think I made my HBO Nicholas Braun.
That makes
because
sense. You're a cousin Greg.
I would quite literally do anything for Nicholas Braun.
A couple of my friends saw him in New York the other day.
At his restaurant? He owns a bar.
Yeah, Ray's? Is that what it's
Something.
called? Something like that. No, they saw him at somewhere else.
And he's literally 6'7", so he sticks out like a sore thumb.
Of course.
And he's just he is cousin Greg.
I know he is. But I've heard that he's a shitty person.
No, I don't believe
That's
that.
what the blinds say.
I don't believe that. I felt bad. So he was on Armchair, and I feel bad because he was
really?
saying that girls were coming into the bar, and he's like, "Are they coming in to support the bar? Are they coming in
that's
to
sad.
meet me?" And he said he got really uncomfortable because he was he's a young, or was at the time, a young, single, handsome boy in New York
Yeah.
City who's wicked famous now, and he's like, I don't know, it just made me feel weird. If I was
Yeah.
going and hooking up with girls, and
Right.
then they're spreading rumors about me and shit.
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
why I started watching Succession again, because of the FOMO, but because I would read Dumois Sunday Spotted every Sunday, and every Sunday without fail, there was a million sightings of Cousin Greg. And finally I said, who the fuck is Cousin Greg? I have to look it up. I Googled it. It said Succession. And actually Dumois retweeted me. It got 20,000 retweets of me being the only reason I started watching Succession is because I needed to know who Cousin Greg was. And now I know.
Iconic. Well, thank you, Dumois.
Thanks, Dumois, for that. You really brought him into my life.
Truly.
Okay, well, the only other topic that we really had on here was people are pissed at Taylor Swift.
Big mad. Well, so I don't like know.
I don't subscribe to any of that. I have no.
I
clue.
don't, but it's always on my Twitter because I think when like other people like shit or whatever. So people were talking about obviously Taylor Swift and Matty Healy or whatever his name is from 1975. He's not a great person.
No,
I'm gathering.
Canonically, he's not.
I'm gathering,
Mm-hmm.
and people are. And Rolling Stone actually wrote an article like, we need to stop holding Taylor Swift responsible for men that she's dating and their actions, which I agree to an extent. But unfortunately, when you start dating someone, they are a reflection of you.
Yeah.
It is. And that's just.
And it might not be right, but that's how it's always been. And that's how it's always going to be.
And it just surprises me because she has such a backbone.
Yeah.
And I feel like her image is so calculated and so important to her that I'm shocked.
And that's why I wonder if there's something more to this.
Like they're coming out the song or something.
There's something like that. Either that or they're really in love and nobody knew it.
Right.
Because otherwise she'd never
ever. And you see what Hayley Williams performed at
Boston Calling.
Yeah, but it wasn't Boston Calling. It was the performance right before. And she said like, I'm not afraid to talk about politics on stage. And if you are like, basically like go fuck yourself, because when people are calling Taylor Swift out because she has spoken out before about certain things and like isn't now, and people are like, you have such a platform, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, right? It's such a thin line to toe for an artist because you don't want to upset half your base or whatever.
It's like, when people are like, oh, shut up and dribble. Like, you know what I mean?
Shut up and sing, Taylor.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm surprised at her. And she's
me
not
too.
commenting on it at all. Which her PR team is like, just go like hush hush method. But I don't think that's the way to go.
Yeah, no, I think she needs to make a play here, whatever it may be. But you look at, there's so many ways to handle this. You know what I mean? Like you look at what happened with Harry Styles. Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde, everybody was calling her out for being, awful, all these things.
Right.
And then they broke up and he moved on fairly quickly. People are saying now, the rumor is, I don't know if you heard this, but that he's dating Candace Swanpool.
I saw that and I would be so happy. Ship. Two beautiful people having fun. That's all I want to see.
But I miss him and Emrata. Like they made out that one time in Tokyo and then what?
My favorite was when Miley was with Caitlyn Carter.
Yeah.
Because it's two beautiful people having fun.
Gorgeous.
That's all I want.
That's all I want.
I
just want Harry to be happy.
That's really all I care about.
That's all I care about. And the thing about Taylor Swift and Matty Healy is if they're two beautiful people having fun, then sure. But it doesn't really seem like that.
No.
It doesn't seem like they're two beautiful people having fun. But maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Right. And then, okay, sure. Go live your life on an island somewhere.
But like, best of luck to you.
Best of luck to you. Truly. T's and P's.
And that's that. We got to talk a little bit about the Celtics, unfortunately.
It was brutal because so that's the ending to the Celtics season. And then I had to watch the Succession finale. I was literally down bad.
What could be worse?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What did we do to deserve it?
It was, it's unfortunately like the worst way to end a season. And it just like was so brutal to go on Twitter afterwards and just see people just like tearing them apart, which they deserve. But I don't know, like it was just so sad. The press conference afterwards was so sad. That is like my worst nightmare. Playing horribly or like performing terribly at work and then having to talk about it in front of people. Yeah. Absolutely not.
No, it's a nightmare.
Literally cannot imagine. Like imagine playing the worst basketball game of your life or whatever. And then you have to sit at a press conference and have someone be like, so what happened?
I would literally rather die.
No, I would say no press. But then people are like, well,
no pictures, please. No pictures, please.
I can't imagine.
No, I actually can't even imagine.
And that's why that's the only reason why I'm not a professional athlete.
That is the only reason. That's it.
Not because I didn't grow or because I don't have the skills. It's only because I don't want to do press. And
I totally understand that. That's why I never pursued acting and singing.
It's right. I really like to be, the quiet, shy girl.
Yeah, me too. Totally. So shy, such a wallflower.
It's tough. I'm really just an observer.
Yeah, I like to sit back. Don't want to be in the spotlight or the line. Don't want to be in the spotlight. Us quite legitimately sitting in the spotlight as we speak.
Mysterious. I literally at the beginning of every year I say, Annie, you're gonna shut up and you're gonna be mysterious, and people are not gonna know everything about you. And then I blink and it's June or almost June and everyone knows everything about me.
No, me too. And that's how I felt, especially like after last week I talked about my IVF journey
Right.
and I got so many great messages, but like then you see, and this is so millennial problems, but you see on Instagram, I posted a reel of it, whatever, and you can see in the corner how many times it's been sent.
Yeah.
And that number, like when I saw that people had sent it to I hate the idea that other people perceive me. It gives me it makes my skin crawl, but I want to be famous so badly. But then I'm like, oh, people are thinking about me. And I hate that. I hate it.
I think being like a D-list celeb is the best thing.
Honestly, what we have right here is the perfect.
This is it. This is all I need.
This is the perfect level.
This is all I need.
This is it.
Even like being on the radio and having like ladies come up to me in like the supermarket or something, that was great. But honestly, I was thinking about this, and this is like kind of off track, but I was thinking about this today. It is so unhealthy to be validated by other people all of the time.
All the time.
And you don't need that.
And you know what? It's funny you say that because I saw a conversation, I either saw a TikTok about it or talked about it with my therapist. I don't remember. Something along the lines of when your first instinct is, if something happens and your first instinct is, oh, I have to tell somebody or I have to vent about this or I have to do something about this, sit with it for a little while first.
Yeah, you have
and
to.
Just internalize it because everybody's so obsessed with getting it off their chest or getting it out of there. And you have to sit with yourself for a little while and be a little uncomfortable about it. And I've been thinking about it ever since.
You have to. It's like even being a little nervous to start going to the gym. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I totally agree with you.
Nobody is looking at you.
Nope.
I pinky promise you that.
It's true.
Nobody is looking at you.
No.
Everyone is worried about themselves.
Yeah.
And if they are, they're probably just being like, wow, she looks so good.
Right.
Wow, I wish I could lift that much.
Yeah.
You know what
Everybody's
I mean?
so self-absorbed and so obsessed with themselves that they're not thinking about anyone else.
So to say all that, I know it is weird to think oh, people shared my post and what are they saying? Who gives a fuck?
I know. And that's exactly what I came back to. I was like, you know what? I really don't care. And the amount of people, I had posted something, I was getting so many messages of people being like, how can I support my friends that are going through this or anybody that's going through infertility or anything? So I'm going to try to put some stuff together to maybe do an episode on that in the future going forward, something along those lines. And we can kind of look at that. But going back to the basketball, I had a really important question for you.
Sure.
Who do you think is better at basketball, you or your boyfriend, Rob? I mean, we can just mention Rob now. He doesn't mind his government name on the pod.
This is really hard because if you know me, I am the most competitive person on this planet.
I do know that about you.
I don't like losing at anything. I'm not fun to play with. I'm not. And I know that about myself.
Is that feedback you got a lot as a child?
I know now getting older.
You never got to work well with others on your report card?
I do, but I do well.
I
do work well with others. When it comes to a competitive game, I can't lose. It's really, really hard for me. So this is big of me to admit because I'm a grown up now and I can swallow my pride. He's better than me.
Annie, big of you.
I know. Thank you very much. But
he was really good in high school.
He's a superstar, but I'm a better person. So
that is so true. But you know what? You could never write jeans. Talking about jeans.
I could never write jeans, but he could never be empathetic towards a person. So.
And he doesn't like dogs, which is a huge red flag.
Huge red flag. But he did this weekend. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
He's acting literally out of pocket. I don't know what's going on.
Good for him. Big changes.
Big changes.
I'm proud of him.
Big changes.
We got some good feedback about adding jeans to the end of the podcast.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
The people liked it.
It's a pretty good song.
Honestly, it's very catchy. I forgot about my favorite line. That ass, come and flirt with me. That ass make me need surgery. Shakespeare could never.
Got a dump truck, let's park it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
The only person who could care would be one Mr. T-Pain rhyming mansion in Wisconsin.
At the age of 24. Big shout out to Tallahassee Pain.
And nobody's done it that well ever since again.
Wow, I hope T-Pain's having a great day.
Me too.
And I hope Usher's having a bad day.
Why, is he a bad man?
He told T-Pain that auto-tune destroyed music and that T-Pain should be so disappointed in himself. This was years and years ago. And then, Mr. Usher Raymond, you started using auto-tune.
Yeah, then what?
That's so funny.
I don't see people listening to Let It Burn in the middle of a party.
No.
Mr. Usher.
Mr. Usher Raymond.
But I do hear people listening to I'ma buy you a drink.
Yeah, because Mr. Theodore Tallahassee Pain makes bangers.
So true.
Makes bangers. Look at Post Malone. He's making an entire career off of auto-tune.
You're so right.
He's better at singing when he's not doing it, but that's a whole other
But
conversation.
hey,
that's
that's another conversation.
I really can't get into that can of worms right now.
Who has the time?
Who has the time?
So true. So that's that. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up for the day?
I don't think so. I think I got all my thoughts out. It's really, I've just been consumed by Succession for
Me
the
too.
last 72 hours.
Me too. There's been so much television that I don't know what I'm going to do when all of this television is over. When the New Jersey reunion's over, when the Summer House reunion is over, when the Vanderpump Rules reunion is over.
I haven't watched Kardashians yet. We can watch Kardashians.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched it, but I will.
Okay.
But I'm sure, I hope.
Me.
And apparently, and again, it's crazy. They're in their flop era because nobody even talked about this. But Chloe, I guess in the first episode, like announced her baby's name.
Oh.
And
yeah,
it's
didn't see a thing about that.
Tatum.
Oh.
I didn't even see it.
Love that name.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Is his last name Thompson?
Tatum Thompson, yeah.
Okay.
Which, like, whatever.
That's fine. Yeah, it's neither here nor there.
Classic Tristan third trimester.
Tristan, no good line, cheating Thompson.
And I've always said
I
that.
made a flow chart about it once. It's one of my proudest moments.
You should post it.
I should.
We'll post it on the
I
page.
wonder where it is. It's in a video somewhere.
Okay, we'll find it.
Yeah, it's great.
We'll find and post. Not to put you on the spot, are you going to do an episode next week without me?
No, I'm going to Vegas on Thursday.
Oh, okay. So no episode next week then.
Because Abby's going to Gettysburg.
I'm going to Gettysburg, and my husband made me read a book about Gettysburg, and I've been reading it, and it's
something.
It's
a
history.
Book. It's a book, and there are words.
There are words to it,
and you're putting your eyeballs on them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm really proud of you.
I'm gonna have to really stack my Kindle for the bus ride to Gettysburg.
I can't wait for the episode once I get back because it's going to be so funny to hear you talk about Gettysburg.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to talk about it. I really can't wait. But we're doing some fun stuff. We're going to get like see Gettysburg, the Battle of whatever, and all those things. Then we're going to the Mystic Aquarium.
Okay.
That's a great aquarium.
Love that.
It's like that outdoory one.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. We're going to Hershey Park.
Hell yeah. Ride some rides.
So I looked it up. No offense to Hershey Park, but I just assumed it was kind of like rinky dink.
It's like coasters.
It's actually pretty legit.
Yeah.
It's like their version of like a Six Flags, I guess.
Love that.
And we get
it's like a Canopy Lake more than a Six Flags.
No,
Is it bigger?
That's what I thought. I thought it was also more of a Canopy Lake than a Six Flags, but it's really more. It's
I'm so sorry.
Pennsylvania's biggest amusement park. 11 acres, I think it said.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like Dolly World.
Literally like Jolly World. Justin, have you ever been to Hershey Park?
I haven't. No.
Oh, you were nodding your head. I wasn't sure if it was about Hershey Park or not.
No, but I'm like, I agree with the sentiment. Like I expected it to be like a small.
Me too. I thought it was going to be kind of lame. I'm like, oh, what? Like Hershey Kisses walking around in the big suits.
That's exactly what I pictured.
Like I pictured it like Waystar Royco when Cousin Greg's like walking around in the suit and then he throws something in.
Oh
like,
my God.
That's what I pictured it like. But it seems pretty legit. And today I was putting like all the little, when we get there to Hershey Park, we get like a little food voucher so we can have dinner at the park or whatever.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
they have a Moe's. I was like, I love Moe's. Welcome to Moe's.
Like, I'm going to Pennsylvania. I'm having some queso.
To go to Moe's. I'm going to Pennsylvania for the Moe's.
Whatever. You're going to have a blast.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Are you on like a coach bus?
It is a coach bus. Thank God. Thank God.
There's no way a school bus can go that far.
If I made a little bit more money, I was seconds away from buying like the $500 AirPod Maxes with the noise canceling so that I could wear them on the bus. But then I was like, you know what? I
can't.
You have
the pros?
No.
Oh.
I have the original AirPods that I've had for like 15 years.
I have the pros and they're noise canceling and they're
iconic. I wonder if I can borrow my husband's for the trip maybe.
I'll give you mine. I just cleaned them yesterday too because
I need to clean mine. Mine are gross.
They're so embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
It's so embarrassing.
I refuse to take them out in front of people because I'm like,
no.
this
and
is
then
so
like,
gross.
have you ever I had someone like needing to use them for work.
And I would have.
Like, oh my god.
I would have had to say no. I would have been like, no, I'm sorry.
I got like alcohol wipes somewhere, and I was like, oh my god. I'm so sorry.
No. And you're a clean freak. Like you're.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
No, I know. It's everybody has earwax. Like.
It is what it is.
I had to stop using Q-tips.
I know they're like not good for you, but I
had to stop. My ear health has been a lot better.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately. And I hate to admit it. I hate when their bastards get you down, but.
Truly. Miss Robin Fenty said so.
So true.
But I feel like it's like Q-tips and deodorant. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm using the deodorant with aluminum in it because I don't want to smell. I
don't want to
stank.
Stank. I don't want to be the smelly. Like, I don't want it.
That happens.
It does happen.
And please tell your friends if they smell.
I just had to check. I think I smell okay. I'm fine for right now.
I'm not smelling the best, but I do use the deodorant.
Me too. I use the real aluminum stuff. If that's what's gonna kill me, then take me out, baby.
Literally take me out.
At least I smelled all right. But yeah, so we will be back not next week, the week after.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see.
And we'll have some Vegas stories and some Gettysburg stories. And
they're very similar.
They're super similar. Your really fancy corporate trip to Vegas with like really cool stuff, and me going to good old Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
I mean, where do you want to party? Gettysburg or Vegas? I'm saying Gettysburg. So
the kids get to have a dance and a pizza party one night.
Wait, I want to go. That sounds awesome.
I know. I was like, well, they're going to be dancing it up. And the dance goes until 10 o'clock. I was like, 10 o'clock after all of that activity, I will be in bed.
I hope they're grinding.
No, I don't.
No, I could never watch that happen.
No, they're honestly, it's different. The school dance is so much different than like a night's dance we would do. Because like their teachers are there. Like I think they know.
Like,
yeah, they're like so nervous.
She can see us.
Yeah. They middle schoolers, another group of people that hate being perceived.
They really do.
They hate being perceived.
I remember being that age and being like, ugh.
Me too. That was my one awkward phase in life.
Same. I was horrible.
Yeah, it was the worst. Sorry to my mom about that one. I was like such a nightmare.
Same. And I'm the second, well, you're the second daughter too. Like imagine going through that twice.
No, genuinely cannot.
I'm the eldest boy.
Oh. I could not. And Shiv just laughing in his face when he said that.
No, you're not.
He's literally not.
No.
I can't.
Crazy.
But anyways, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials, at Just Happy to Be Here, at Annie_Dow, at Talk of the Townies. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Our YouTube's actually been popping off a little bit recently. We've been getting pretty good numbers on that. So make sure that you are subscribed to us at Talk of the Townies. And thank you to our producer, Justin, and to Headquarters for having us. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Listen, my girl, she stays online shopping. She likes trousers, pantsuits, things to cover her legs. You know what I'm saying? And I said, listen, girl, you gotta stop all that. My shorty wear jeans, that's dungarees, say denim, say denim. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, I say denim, that's denim. She walk into that Target, them hips make me lethargic. Got a dump truck, let's park it. And them jeans, girl, they the hardest, that's jeans. She wear dungarees, she say denim, denim. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, she say denim. Listen, she in Old Navy, ass wavy, shit making me go crazy. Say, hey girl, come flirt with me. That ass make me get surgery. She wear jeans, that's dungarees. She wear denim.